So the clean and jerk and the snatch are an identical lift. The only thing that changes is hand positioning and where the bar ends up. But everything is the exact same, from teachings, cueing, correcting, positions, patterns, okay? One you receive here and the other you receive here, okay? So a lot of what we went over yesterday will roll into today. Power position, hang, transitioning, shifting the knees, torso behind the bar, shins vertical from the hang, torso over the bar, etc. Setup position, start position. Start position is a little different because our hips are higher. Why? Because our arms are straight and not wide, right? And so we're gonna go over, we're gonna kind of breeze through a lot of that. First, we're gonna kind of assess everyone's front rack. Remember, and we'll just start and see where everyone is. I think everyone, hands should be just outside of the shoulders. Okay, elbows are up and out. Wow, everyone has a, whoa, holy shit. This is great. Guys, I've coached quite a few seminars, and I have never seen this many good front racks to start. This is crazy. Good, we can lift heavy. Must have been a great warm-up. Coach, yeah, everyone's tired. This is awesome. This is amazing. We're just gonna sit here for a second. So, remember, in the front rack, most of you are open palm. We don't want to maintain a really strong grip in that front rack. What that's going to do, that slows the elbows down when we receive the clean. Obviously, everyone here has clean, so we're not going to go back to the full basics. Let's get a couple pass-throughs. Open up the hands, okay? Drive the elbows through, okay? All right? If your pinky or index finger around the bar, get them back around the bar, and let's press overhead, and let's see what it looks like. Yeah. Let's hang out here for a minute. Remember, same teachings as yesterday. Okay, we want to really drive those elbows into extension. Push this thing, drive, push. Good. Drive those elbows into extension, armpits forward. The bar should be stacked on the back of the head. Terry, can you push it back a little bit? Yeah, there you go, nice. Good. You have good extension. Other way, I'm going to turn you this way, and now extension, elbows there. That's way better. I like that a lot. Good, very good. Who's dying? Say me, no? Everyone's doing great, awesome. Okay, let's put the bar back down. So one of the hardest things to do in the clean is receive it in the front rack, but all of you have a good front rack, which means that we are gonna lift some weight today. Let's go, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so it's always fun to lift a little bit of weight. Everyone's grip look really good. We'll go over it a little bit, just to make sure, but everyone's hand positioning looks great on the shoulders, okay? So when we grab the bar, it's that same position. Wherever you were in the front rack, you look at the bar, you center it up. That's exactly where I want everyone to grab. Everyone look great. So, again, we always go top down here at WODprep. So we're hook grip, remember, we're tall. It's the same as the snatch, okay? Power position, okay? Hang. And then start position, okay? Positions are the same. The only difference here is my start position, my hips are gonna be a little bit higher than the snatch. Why? Because my arms are longer, right? Because in the snatch, bar sits a little bit lower, okay? All right, cool. Anyone have any questions? So, yeah, what's up?
Given exactly what you said, the arms being at a different, does that also mean it's gonna sit a little lower?
It'll sit a little lower, right? Now, when we still dip into that power position, wherever it's standing, wherever it is when you're tall, it shouldn't go boop, right? This is the no man's land, right, like we talked about. Because we're kind of like, sort of.
Everyone hits the bar.
What?
Like
right, yeah. Correct, so high thigh, hip. If you can get it into the hip without like doing one of these, that's definitely what we still want to do. Remember, we can kind of adjust it with that shrug pattern. Okay, let's.
Can I say something on that?
No. Yes.
One interesting adjustment that I made was I used to, go like this with the knurling and be like, oh yeah, that's where my clean is. But I noticed, just like Mark was talking about, is I kept making contact really low, especially when the bar would get heavy. So more recently, and this is only something you can try it to see if it works for you and if CJ allows it, but my clean position, and I also watched a lot of hook grip videos, like the slow-mo Olympic weightlifters. And what I noticed is a lot of times, it's like they snatch, they clean, right? So I recently, try it on your own. My clean grip is just inside. Like, so my snatch grip is right here outside this knurling mark. My clean grip is this wide. And that is only because I was struggling with hitting that bar too low. So when I have a wider grip, when I get it to my hips, I can actually hit the right spot. It's not quite that soft spot on the waistband. I can't quite get that high because it's not a snatch, but it still is in a good pocket.
I like the wide grip. No, I like the wide grip, right? If you can front rack it. The challenge is with the wide grip. It's hard for a front rack, and what you see a lot of them do is when they clean, they come in, and then they receive, right? And their hands move when they catch the bar, okay? Which is fine. We can play with it. Positions over patterns, right? If you get there and it feels good, it's totally cool, okay? All right, bars up, standing tall. Okay, we're gonna work through that power position. Hook grip, standing tall. Remember, shoulders can be shrugged. That bar, if that bar is down here, like already at your mid-thigh, I want you to step back a little bit. I want you to shrug your shoulders. Kind of want you to sit that bar in the contact position that you want, okay? All right? Now, when you see me clean, I clean with a bent elbow. I don't want you to clean with a bent elbow, okay? And there's definitely differing schools of thought. We want to try and keep our arms as long as possible. They're just appendages holding the bar. Everything else is moving the bar, okay? So, hang out here, shoulders back. Let's make sure everyone's in a good contact position, okay? Yep. No, yeah, a little bit of a shrug. Maybe just a little bit of a shrug and sit back. There you go. Good, 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 good. All right, keep holding. All right. So from this position, we're gonna go into that power. We're just gonna sink, okay? Just like yesterday, when we sink, the bar shouldn't go down the legs. This is a bad sink, okay? Don't do that. Boom. And you can feel it, it's pushing into my thighs, okay? And this is gonna be my contact point, all right? Torso didn't go over, I'm still balancing the foot, my knees just bent, okay? So everyone stand tall, good. Stay tall, and then I want everyone to dip into that power position. And go, dip and hold. Good, good, and dip. Good. Shrug up just a smidge. There we go. I like that position a little bit better. Okay. That's where it's gonna make contact. Dip. And stand, and dip. Good. Stand back up. Good. See, if you see that bar is just sliding just a little bit. So I want you to kind of like, yeah, hold it there as you come in. I want you to think of like pushing it into your quads a little bit. Much better. I love that. That was great. Good, and stand, and put the bar down. Same thing with the snatch. Everything is a scarecrow, okay? So our shoulders are back, but our elbows are out, right? Our wrists are slightly turned down, knuckles down, elbows out, okay? If we clean and we go like this, it's tough. It's going to curl. You're going to loop the bar, and then it's going to crash on you, okay? So we're going to do a power clean from the power position, okay? So from here, we sink, and in one motion, it's up, pull, and through, and we open up those hands, okay? What we don't want to do, what we're going to hammer in early, is getting here and not going and crashing, okay?
Okay, so this is a very common thing, and raise your hand if you have done a clean and you've like gotten underneath of it, you pulled it high enough, you got underneath of it, and it just like crushed you. You caught it and you're like, and it just crushed you. Yes, yes. It's happened to everyone. Oftentimes, it's because people will over pull, so to speak, or they don't meet the bar at the right height. So they pull, the bar comes up as they're dropping down, and then there's this gap. Okay, so can you freeze frame there? So like he's cleaning, he pulls up, the bar's up, he's maybe like starting to squat underneath of it, and then gravity pulls this bar down, boosh, and it crashes on him. So that's why you need to really pay attention to that, especially if you're watching yourself on video or uploading a video on a WODprep Academy, or for one-on-one coaching. Make sure that that bar isn't coming up and then crashing on your shoulders, because you might get away with it at lightweight, but when it gets heavy, not a chance. Proceed.
Cool. Thank you, Ben. So one of the main causes, it's like an overpull, but what I've seen more is people just maintain their grip on the bar, okay? So we want to high pull, And then we want to open our hands and release. When you just think of opening and releasing, the bar is just going to basically roll in space. When you think of pulling and turning over, it's going to lift. And that is one of the main causes. More so than just like pulling and dropping, right? It doesn't quite work like that. But you can tell most of those people, they receive with the full grip, okay? Right? Or they're curling the bar, their elbows are coming back early instead of out and relax, right? So this is the concept we're thinking of, is up and out and relax the elbows through, okay? Make sense? All right. Let's go back to the power position. And obviously it's pretty challenging with an empty bar, but we're gonna work through it, okay? We're gonna do 5 power cleans, okay? So everyone dip into the power position. And from here, we're going to do a power clean. Ready, and go. Remember, release that bar. Stay in the receiving position. Stay in your receiving just like yesterday. Good. Everyone's got a good front rack. I can't believe every bar is on someone's shoulders. That's so crazy. All right, again, back to the power position. Dip, hold, and go. Good. Stand. Good. Back to the power. Good. Dip. Yeah, that's where I want that bar. There you go. Good. And go. Good. Make sure we're getting to hip extension. Okay? All right, stand. Power position. Good. Dip. And go. Good. Remember, elbows are up and out, and then relax the grip through, okay? All right, stand. One more. Dip. And go. Good, and put the bars down. Great, very nice. Anyone have any questions? Comments, concerns? Feel like you're not getting it? No? Okay, let's go to the hang. All right, so same thing, okay? Dip, we shift to the hang. Shins are vertical, torso is over the bar, hips are back. And then from here, it's just a transition back through, up, and catch. Okay? Do it again. So power position, hang, and go. Okay? As you notice, I get back to the hip. Again, my elbows stay a little bit bent. That's where I feel comfortable. The thing with the bent elbows are fine. A little bit of bend is okay. If they are actively changing angle, that's bad. So if they are actively bending more during the lift, or if they are bent and you go to straight when we extend, those are too bad and that's not acceptable. Does everyone understand the difference? A little bit of bend. If you have more than like 5 degrees, we're going to change it, okay? So too much, okay, but again, it's staying the same the entire time. All right, it's not going here and going and then extending, because then we're losing power. The bar is then moving down while you're moving up. Bad. It's like running on oil, right? Like you're kind of just like, RPMs are going, you're not moving, okay? If we're actively rowing it in, we're gonna end up in this position. That's bad too. Cool? All right, let's go. Bars up. We'll do 5 reps from the hang. Okay, actually we'll do some transitions first, okay? You guys remember the transitions from yesterday? Power, hang, okay? So everyone in the power, dip, hold, transition into the hang slow, hips back, hold in that hang, make sure our coach sees you. Good, lean over a little bit more. There you go, good. Hang there, oh yeah. We're cooking now. Wakey, wakey. All right, and slowly transition back to the power. Remember, it's not a stand, okay? It's not a stand, so we don't go from here and just stand. We get the knees back through and we're back in this power position, okay? So let's go back to the hang. All right, and slowly to the power. Good, remember we shouldn't get any taller when we go to that power position, okay? Back to the hang. Back to the power. Very nice. One more time, back to the hang. And back to the power. Good, stand. And bars down, good. All right. So remember, nothing changes when we go from the hang. The hang is just back through the power in a fluid motion, hit, pull, catch.
What's up, guys? I just got done working out. I needed to shoot this quick video for you guys. Let me get into the studio really quick. So, obviously, not everyone has a chance to come to WODprep Camp. It'd be really nice if you were at camp with us and we could teach you things like the clean and jerk. If you want the next best thing to actually being at WODprep Camp, you should check out WODprep Academy. I promise you, it's worth every single penny because every single week you get to hop on a live coaching call with me. Plus, I do monthly skill seminars. You get unlimited video feedback and you get access to every single WODprep course covering every one of the skills, including skills with the barbell and all the skills up there on the pull-up bar and handstand push-ups. You get access to everything when you join WODprep Academy for one low fee. Check out the QR code on the screen or the links in the description. When you join, you're also gonna get a one-on-one coaching call with me. I promise, WODprep Academy is the best thing going if you can't make it to an in-person camp. And with that, let's get back into it.
To the hang. And power clean, go. Make sure you get to the hip. I want you to over-exaggerate hitting your hip. I want to hear boom, boom, okay? Stand. Down, good. Back to the hang. Pause in the hang. Hang. Good, and go. Good, that's all right. It's cool. Yeah, it's fine, happens. All right, bar down, good. All right, so we're gonna start in the front rack. Okay? Remember, we're not in a hook grip. Don't judge me, my front rack sucks. It is what it is. All right, so from the front rack position, everyone had a good one. Way better than mine, so, which is great. When we dip for the jerk, it's the same thing as driving into that power position. Feet are flat, knees are down and out. Nothing changed. If you took a picture of my upper half, you would just think I got shorter, right? Nothing else changed, okay? From here, it's a leg motion. The jerk has nothing to do with your arms until the bar is left. So it's up, and we drive, push press, okay? Cool. We're gonna work on the dip. We're gonna work on this position for a little bit. Stand, dip, stand, make sure we're staying in the feet. Common faults are this, mainly this. Everything is about maintaining this exact picture, just a little bit lower, keeping tension in our whole foot flat on the ground, and then standing, all right? No hook grip, we're in the front rack. Good, good, good. All right, so from this position, we're just gonna dip and hold. Make sure a coach sees you. All right, and dip. Out, there. Stand, dip. Remember, positions over patterns. How hard is it to hold the bar like this? Anyone getting tired? Stand. When we strict press, the bar is, we're just focused on getting the bar from here and up. But when we dip and that bar is heavy and it's here, and your elbows are down, and it slides, that's a bad day, right? As you dip, just like the clean, if our arms re-extend from a bent elbow, when we dip, and if we start to drive up, we're losing all of our power. We create the shelf. That's why we have to keep the elbows up, okay? Some schools of thought will say get the elbows down to create a better driving pattern, and I think that sounds really cool, but I think a lot of you can't maintain that external rotation, and so I like the elbows up. So that's how I teach it. So when we dip, the whole goal is so the bar doesn't move. It's just a shelf, right? It's just sitting on the shelf the whole time. So no matter how fast we dip or how deep we dip, the bar is not going to slide. So we create the shelf. This bar is above the collarbone, on top of the delts. We don't have to go over it too much.
I see so many athletes, especially if the barbell's a little bit lighter, right? We have it on the front rack, our elbows are maybe down. Right now, all of my weight is pretty much supported by my wrists and my arms, okay? To know you are in a good front rack position, okay, you should be able to do this. Because where's the weight, right? My hands might have been on the bar in that front rack position, but the weight is resting on the shelf that CJ's talking about. Notice, when I drop my elbows, bar slides right off, okay? So keep it on your shelf, and you should know at any point in that clean when you're receiving in the front rack or going for the jerk, you should be able to do that.
All right, so from this position, we're gonna pause. When I say drive, we're gonna drive up into a push press. Hands are locked, arms are overhead, we're gonna hang out here, okay? We'll do 5 push press, we'll put the bar down, then we'll go into push jerks, okay? All right, bars down, all the way to the ground, all the way to the ground. So remember, the push press, still triple extension. It's not this. That was a strict press, which is what a lot of you did, okay? So it's a leg drive. Legs, extension, drive, and catch, okay? So next, we're gonna do some dip and drive, so it's just here, okay? All right. Use your legs, get triple extension. When we do a push press, we should come up into our toes. We should get in this position, the bar should still be on the shoulders, and after we get in that position, it should start leaving our shoulders because we drove it off our shoulders with our legs, not with our arms, okay? Don't laugh, all of you, don't smile when I make funny mistakes because you do the same thing. All right, here we go, bars in the front rack. All right, here we go. Dip. And push press. Good, that was much better. Don't jerk. Not yet. Front rack. Good, yep. More. If the bar doesn't feel like it's choking you, it's not far enough into your neck. It might, just to be clear. It might. That's okay. Dip. Push press. Nice. Front rack. Dip. Push press. Good. One more time. Front rack. Dip. Push press. Good. All right, bars down. All right. Okay, so we're going to go into a push jerk, and then we're going to go over our split jerk, okay? So the push jerk, same as the push press, we just rebend to get under it, all right? So from this position, dip, drive, drop, okay? We just push ourselves back under the bar. So once we get into this extended position here, my knees are going to bend and I'm going to drop under it instead of just pressing up and locking out, okay? All right, so dip, push jerk, and back down, stand. Good? Here we go. All right, bars on the shoulders. All right, elbows up, dip, push jerk. Good, down. Good, dip, push jerk. Good, down. Dip, push jerk. Good, down. I want you to dip a little lower.
Okay. In the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning. So
just told me to.
you don't re-dip. Okay, so when you re-dip, your elbows are dropping a little bit. So once we dip, we should be here, and it should just be an upward motion. Yep.
Oh.
Dip. Push jerk. Okay, we still, that bar started to roll off, okay? All right, so keep it up when we dip and drive. Bars down. Good, so go ahead and dip, and I just want you to just pretend like you're gonna jump with it, don't press it. There you go, good, do it again. Good, you see how it came off your shirt? Now I want you to push jerk, same thing, dip. Good, and push jerk. Yeah, that was way better, good. We're gonna go over the footwork. All right, so kind of step back behind your bar. And I don't want to draw all over the gym, but it's fine. All right, so we're going to go over the split jerk. The split jerk can get a little complicated. If you never split jerk, we'll go over it and learn it, but when we start putting weight on the bar, you can maintain the push jerk, okay? It's fine. I don't think it's like a super necessary thing in the sport of CrossFit. I think people can push jerk pretty successfully if they feel comfortable with it. If you don't feel comfortable split jerking at all, just go through the motion, all right? And then when we start putting weight on the bar, go back to the push jerk. The push jerk is a the split jerk is a split pattern, right? So we're going to dip. When we come up, our feet are going to split. My front foot is going to come forward and my back foot's going to come back. Does anyone not know which foot they split jerk with? Are you anyone unsure? No? Okay, great. So a good rule of thumb for the split jerk is 1 full foot and a half forward and then 1 full foot and a half back. Okay, it's a pretty simple one. When we receive in our split jerk, we should be 90 degrees in the knees, 90 roughly. Front shin is vertical, super, super important. That's the most important part of this, okay, is that the front shin is vertical. If the front shin is vertical, that's going to tell us that our weight is probably pretty balanced, okay? If we're way too far back, no one does this, but if you were, most people are going to do something like this, okay? Or they're going to do one of these. You don't quite want that. Yeah, that's mine too. Yep. Yeah, it's just like. Okay, so when we split, again, very similar to all the things to freeze frame. Okay, so we're up. Right, we're not in a lunge, right? We're not like only one of these. This is crazy. Don't do that. We want the back knee bent. We don't want to be spun in. Okay, we want that heel to be out. Front foot is straight, shin is vertical. Okay. The front foot is going to come out just a little bit. So if we're looking this way, it's going to come out like 1 foot width. So like a couple inches on each side. So from here, we're going to split 1.5 front and back, and then it's going to come out just a little bit. Why do we want it to come out? Yeah, wider base of support creates more stability, okay? A lot of you are going to tandem. You're going to go like this, and then you're going to wonder why you're all, yeah, you're going to wonder why you're, Ben was waiting for that. Does everyone here split jerk? Does anyone not split jerk ever? Ever? You're going to stay with the push jerk? Okay, great. Gloria, stay with the push jerk? Okay, great. Everyone else going to split jerk? Yes? Okay. So we're going to do some unweighted stuff. We're just going to focus on foot positioning. Okay, remember? Just kind of eye it. I don't want to like put chalk all over the floor. Usually I do like a full chalk drill, but I don't want Kevin to get mad at us. Huh? No, it's fine. It takes too long. It's okay. We don't have that much time. So remember, so it's a dip, extend. So we're going to start in this position, and we're going to drive down and out. Okay? My back knee went out about 1.5 to 2 foot lengths behind and a full foot length, if not a little bit more, to the front. So you're in your squat stance at this point. So the feet are wide. Okay? How you would receive your clean. Good. Pull your toes straight for me. Good. Pretend you have a bar in the front rack. Good. Pretend you just dipped. Go ahead and dip. You're going to drive, pause in your toes in triple extension. Get nice and tall in your tiptoes. Extend your hips. So everyone up into your tiptoes, extend. Good. And from here, I want to hear those feet stomp into your split and freeze. Come into your tiptoes if you're not already. Stay in your tiptoes. And split. Go. Pause, don't move. Pretend your arms are overhead. You press the bar. Don't move. Shift your weight back. There we go, right there. Nice. The bar is overhead. Good. Don't move until the coach has looked at you. Good. More bend. Yep. And come back just a little bit. Nope. Keep that foot forward. Take that little half step. One more.
My body?
Yeah, nope. Bring your foot back forward.
Okay.
Yep, good. Right there.
Okay.
Good. Knee out. There. Good. Give me a little bit wider of a split. Bring that back foot back. No, not out, just back. Straight back. There we go. Yep. And then a little bit. There.
So am I too wide? Was I too
You were just, well, it was just a little wide, not far enough back. Stay there. I know it's burning. Good. Arms up. Good. Okay, don't move. Everyone, eyes on me. Watch my feet. This is how we recover. From here. It's a 2 slide and then 1. The front foot always recovers first. slide, slide, up. Okay? Yeah, that was good. Wakey, wakey. All right. All right, so we're going to do it again. We won't stay as long. We're going to work on the recovery, okay? Pretend in the front rack. Dip, drive into our toes. We're nice and extended. And drop into your split. Go. Steph, bring your front foot forward more. Yep, forward. Good. Shift your weight back just a smidge. Right there. Bars in the front rack. We're going to go into the split jerk. All right, here we go. Elbows up. Dip. We're going to split jerk, okay? On my go. Ready. Go. Freeze. Don't move. Let a coach fix you. Good. Good. That looks nice. Very nice. Make sure that back knee is a little bent. That heel should be off the ground. I'm going to spin your foot out just a little. Good. That heel should be slightly angled out. Good. And recover. Shuffle, shuffle. Good. And down. All right. Very nice. Okay. All right. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to go pull from the ground, and we're going to do a power clean and jerk. Ready? Here we go. Bar in the front rack. Good. Dip. Remember, when we dip, our knees are down and out because we want that foot to be flat. If our knees are just shifting straight forward, our heels are going to come up. Okay? So everyone does that really well, so we haven't hammered it. And split jerk. Go. Drive those elbows. Lock those elbows out. Really push, push, push. Good. And recover. Good. And down.
All right, guys, one more thing I have to say. Random poll. Do you like third Z?
Yeah.
This is Coach Riley. He's one of the, he's a decent coach. Lane, do you like third Z? Have you tried third Z?
Yes.
Katie, I think that's your name. What's your name? Hi, nice to meet you. Do you like third Z?
Yeah.
Go grab a bag. All right, I know that was ridiculous and the quality was terrible, but they were not paid actors. Those are all people at the gym. I'm currently supposed to be training right now, but I had to shoot this video. I've convinced pretty much everyone in that class to try Third Z for themselves, and they are all now avid customers of Third Z. It's because it actually works, and it's one of the only supplements, it's actually the only supplement I've ever promoted in the history of WODprep. If you want to grab a bag, try it for yourself, scan the QR code, make sure you use the code WODprep15, you'll get a big discount, or you can check the link in the comments. Try it. I promise it's going to help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep better throughout the night, and wake up feeling refreshed, and it doesn't have any melatonin. Try a bag. They support the show, so I can make you content like the content you're watching. And if you buy a bag, it helps support WODprep, so we can bring more free content to you.
So we're going to go power clean from the ground. Okay, we're just going to go below the knee is fine for right now. All right, so remember, it's the same thing. Nothing changes. We get to that hang, and this is where we've already been. And then we're through, okay? All right, so it's from the ground. We'll do the same thing. We'll do a lift off, just like we did yesterday. Back down, and we're going to do a power clean, okay? All right, cool. Everyone ready to do power clean? All right, let's do it. When you receive that power clean, make sure to pause in your catch before we're going to stand, then we're going to go into a jerk, okay? All right, bars below the knee in your start. Everyone below the knee, everyone below the knee. Pretend the bar is on the ground. Hang here. Good, come down a little bit lower. Pretend the bar is a little bit lower, almost on the ground. Keep going, good right there. Good. Eyes up. Good, and go. All right. Good, and stand. Don't drop the bar. Dip. And split jerk. Go. Stay there. Good, recover. Good, and bars down. Good, all the way down. When you dip from your jerk, the elbows are dropping, okay? So keep that bar on top of the shelf in the neck, all right? So, almost everyone missed the hip. That's fine, it's a light bar. But almost everyone did. So, our next one, we're just gonna go below the knee. I want you guys to slow pull up the legs all the way through the hip and power clean. So we're gonna do 5 slow pull power cleans, meeting the hip every time, okay? No jerks. Ready? Here we go. Stand up, get your grip, lower to below the knee. You're gonna slow pull all the way to the hip, knees through, get to that power position, and then clean. And go. There we go, good, that was actually not that bad. Okay, back down. Coaches, make sure you get eyes on people, please. Slow pull, and go. Good, just make sure you get your hips extended. All right, so we're gonna talk about bracing very quick. I want everyone to be able to see me closely. Everyone see my mouth and my chest, okay? All right. So, one thing we didn't talk about yesterday, shame on me, or yet today, how do we brace? Okay, how do we set up for the lift? All right, everyone grabs their bar really well, but you should have what we call like an approach, which is like this mimicked same pattern. You're fine, it's fine, it's fine. Every time we approach the bar, all right? So, when we clean, is it gonna stop rolling? Okay, there we go. All right, so what I usually do is I come up, I cut off the tongue of my shoe, right? I grab my clean, get my hook grip, and I get set. And then so from here, we have to breathe and brace. So what we always do, and this is the same for the snatch, we pull down, we get tight, and then it's one big. And so once you hear that tension out, I've held my breath, I'm bracing, and then from there, there's a definitive breathe in, brace and pause, and then lift, okay? I mean, that's like when you push, like that's when you push into the belt, yeah. So a lot of people take this, a lot of people just go like this, bad. So here they go, right? And so there's not a definitive pause point. So what I like to teach is in, brace, lift. Same thing from the dip for the jerk, okay? Then we exhale, and then from the jerk. Okay? Wow. Okay? Right, and so when we come in, if you're wearing a belt, whatever, like Nelson said, it is a belly breath. We're not going to get too deep into that, but it's not just a, right, it's a, right. Everyone's going to hang in their start position with bar on the ground. The bar should be touching your shins. Your knees should be over the bar. The bar should cut off the tongue of your shoe. Okay? Get the tension out of the bar and then hang there until someone looks at you. Shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. These are nice positions. Very good. I know it's fatiguing. Okay, and stand, relax. Good. Woo! Quads are burning. All right. Eyes are up on the lift, and then eyes are down on the jerk, right? It's kind of the snatch, right? So remember, eyes are up, looking at Ben's beautiful face. And then when you receive it in the power clean or in the full squat, your eyes are still up because we're trying to keep the elbows up. When we catch the jerk, the chin will drop. That's going to help us lock out the bar. Okay, we're going to do a power clean. Here we go. Get in your start positions. Shoulders back, tension, hips down. The bar should be touching your shins, knees over the bar. Bring your weight forward just a little bit. There you go, good. And power clean, go. Good, and drop the bar. We're gonna power clean and we're gonna jerk, okay? All right, start positions. And power clean, go. When I tell you to dip, we're gonna pause in the dip, and when I say go, we'll go. Dip, and jerk, and recover. Good, and down. Yeah, very good. Same thing, big breath. It's all right. Come back. Good. Okay, down. What did you do wrong?
Doing the same thing on legs too straight.
Well, you took your breath as you were dipping. You took a lot of breaths and then you went. And so when you do that, then it gets very, like, we don't have our brace, okay? So remember, it's breathe, and then it gets really tight. And that's gonna help that dip, and then everything else is gonna get better after that, okay? So let's try that again, okay? I want you to widen your hands just a little. I think they're a little narrow. Yep, there you go. Okay, good. Set your hips, eyes up. Very good. Stand, nice and tall. Remember, get your air, big breath in, embrace. Good, and stand. Good job. Cool, that was great. That was amazing. That was awesome. Oh yeah. All right, let's. Good. From cover. Good, and down. Good. Yeah, I think overall, your clean is pretty good. I think you could do better bracing. I think you could get your air before you lift off the ground. Off the ground, and in your dip. You get your air while you dip, which most people do. So you go here, you go. And so we want to go and then go, okay? Other than that, it looks really good. Right? I think if you brace, get the air before you dip on your jerk, that's gonna help your balance in your receiving as well. Because a lot of that helps that bar path when the shoulders are braced. When we breathe in, we just don't have a very good shelf, and then that bar gets a little directional, it's a little funny, okay? You got it, don't overthink it. Come on, go. That's okay. You're right there. You're right there. Good, good, clean. Good. Push back on that bar. Good adjustment. You got it. Get your air. Push, lock. It's all right. It's okay. Captain CrossFit. It's all right, good job. All right, let's clean up the bars.
That's where I like to get always want to get to 165.
Like every time you lift?
No, but like anytime it's like a.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
10 pounds below.
Your max? Yeah, it's good. It's a little press. I think just in your jerk, you just get your front foot gets rushed. It just gets short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just think of because you're just really tall, like you have a really good split, but most people, when they get rushed or when they go to their max, their split just comes up a little short, and so you're just, 2 inches higher. And so that's why you get that little bit of a press. So when it's heavy, just think of overreaching the front foot, and it's gonna reach its normal length.
Okay, so okay.
Think of overreaching, and it will go to about like your normal split.
Okay. Yeah, I do notice I feel shallow as it gets heavy.
Yep, that's how it works. That's what everyone. Yeah, that's what everyone does. Everyone gets shallow because they rush. Just like everyone doesn't finish their pull when it gets heavy because they're focused on getting under the bar. You're focused on trying to get quickly to a lockout, right? And so then you end up just cutting the final bits of that short, right? So overreach that front foot. It won't overreach. It'll go to its normal length. Cool. You want to try one more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Good. Good. Reach that front foot. Get your air. Yeah, I was. Wow. Wow. Amazing. That was great. Yeah, they were really far. That was really good, and that'll work. Just keep that same thought in your head. That's your PR. God, you're so close to a PR. So close. So close. Cool. That was great.